Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. We're going to be looking at the AEW Unrivaled Collection Barbed Wire Accessory Pack. Available at ringside. Hit that link in the description below. Discount code HERO is going to save you 10%. If you guys are familiar with the death match, it was a night to be remembered. Moxley and Kenny Omega delivered not just inside the ring, but outside. They brought it all, and you're actually going to see it within here. And if you want to go ahead and get creative, there's also going to be other weapons that we're going to cover, such as the bat, broom, chain, steel chair wrapped in barbed wire. All these years, you guys, like, think about all the years that they've actually utilized that, and now we're finally getting. I know Jax did have something similar, but today's going to bring it all right here with the Jazzwares. Now, if you guys look at the side design, you can actually pick up as to how it's all constructed. The main tower, which is going to be that black base all around, you're going to be adding the barbed wire on top of it, and all of that will be located towards the back. So what we're going to do, man, we're going to take you through it all right now. So if you guys are stopping by for the first time, again, hit that subscribe button, man. Come join the WHF fam, because we're doing AEW, WWE, and we're going to even put it to the test. On the back end, that's where you'll see all of those barbed wire pieces that we're going to intertwine within the actual bed of it all. And it is, man. You say bed, what do you think of? Well, you think of a nice, comfy cushion. You'd be able to lay down right there next to your other half, have a good time. But this ain't no damn good time. You're only walking out with none but blood on your back, scratches. I mean, those guys were battered and bruised, but now the fact that they actually made something out of this, like, first time that this was actually introduced, they were showing this as part of, like, the playset, so I thought it was, like, something you'd be breaking off, but no, they went ahead and still made on the full bed, and if you do look at the construction of this, there's actually a lot going on with this. You can see where all the corners meet, the way that it was, like, presented, just the way that it was brought right here within AEW, so a really nice looking piece, and I'm sure once we do add all the barbed wire to it, you guys know exactly where we're going to be heading with that. I'm going to go ahead and unpack one of them right now, and then we'll do a time lapse as we do the rest of it. That way you guys can get an idea as to what this barbed wire is going to do for you. Now, you could actually add more to it. If you wanted to grab that steel chair that already came with the barbed wire, that is definitely one up that we could do. But if you pull this out, I'm going to go ahead and show you. This actually feels, I mean, it's not going to, like, cut you or anything, but it definitely has, like, a strong texture design to where when you touch it, you can actually feel the barbed wire on the actual plastic of it all. So really nice, you guys. And what it does is that it always retracts. So let's go ahead and say you put it on Moxley's head, right? And then you pull him, you drag the man along, you start hanging him upside down like you're choking the man out. It's going to actually retract on you. So a nice little feature right there within the plastic. Obviously, the man would be covered in blood right now if we were doing it, but you guys get the gist. So pretty cool. I am going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to wrap it all the way around here. I want to go ahead and recreate the exact same scenario with that. Before we do, though, I want to continue with these accessories. Ideally, the first one I want to start out is that I want to pull this chain out, because if you guys do recall that big evil Undertaker that we had just put up, this was the piece. This was the gem that was going to go ahead and complete it all, and it's going to work well, dude. I'm definitely making some posts on this for sure. We're going to go ahead, hop on the Insta, get it for the gram. Let's get it, dude. Now, here's the thing, though. I got to call him out on this, because the thing that I am picking up is that it's already predetermined as to how it was utilized that night, right? The man was getting choked out. So right here on this actual, like, piece where it all meets, this is glued together. You can't separate it. You can't disconnect it. I know with one of the ringside, yeah, actually it was the ringside exclusive cane that ended up coming with all those chain pieces. You could actually pull it out and pull it in by a little circle. So they didn't execute this, and it's not an actual chain. It's also made out of the same plastic material that you will see with the rest of it. But the gold, again, it's going to work so good. I can already see it around Deadman. Well, actually, Big Evil. You guys get the idea. This is going to work really good. Moxley, what do you think? Hero Fakes, we approve of it. Kenny, well, let's do it, man. Let's go ahead and get the one-winged angel right there on the bed. You can't yet, man. We still got to construct it. Let's continue it. We're going to pull out the steel chair next, which is actually using the same style of barbed wire that you guys are going to see within all these individual packages. So as far as, like, adding more, like, if you want to go ahead and go full-blown out, you want to add more barbed wire than you're seeing on the actual packaging of it all, you can use it, man. You can pull it off. This one is not adhered to the actual chair itself, so I am going to go ahead and slip it off for you so you guys can get the good idea as to how this is going to be. Now, two things. One, obviously, you got to sample it with the barbed wire. And of course, also, you can use it as a steel chair, because that's what it is, right? So we got the barbed wire, we got the steel chair. Kenny, you're going to be the victim this time. Wow, Hero Fakes, because bam, you're on the back of the packaging. All right, let's get the barbed wire off. Let's see how it's going to be able to, if you're going to actually be able to enjoy the show, like if you're going to be pulling up right up front row, see if you can get all that action, see if you can actually squat the man, put him on there, deliver it just like any other chair. Kenny, would you mind sitting just for 1 second? Hero Figs, for you, sir, we'll do it all. All right. Kenny Omega's going to go out and try it. So as an actual chair, yes, it works just no different. You can see all the hinges, the way that they unite, very similar to like any Mattel chair that you've already seen. It does connect. Only difference is the actual connecting piece. It looks more like one of those little Lego pieces. So again, some little minor changes, but as far as like scale and depth, you're going to be getting that same resemblance as a WWE. Only one up is that you are going to get a shinier plastic, so it's almost going to give it like that actual chair look. So pretty good job, Jazzwares. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a round of applause because not only did you give us the very first steel chair covered in barbed wire, keep in mind that this one does have the removable feature. I know some of you may be calling me out like, Hero Fix, they've already done it. You go back in the jacks, yes, but it wasn't removable, man. You couldn't have taken off the barbed wire. You could have actually used it as a real steel chair, and that's why you stopped by, right? Because you want to determine that. Now, two things I want to cover is going to be the bat. These are the last two pieces before we get the construction, because I know you guys are still waiting. You guys are looking at the backdrop. We're not seeing it. Again, just be patient, man. We got to play out the patient game because that's the only way that the hardcore match is going to be able to give it a 5-star. No, let's go ahead and say I would consider that match actually like a 7-star if you are going based on Dave Meltzer's ratings, and that's definitely getting right up there within the 10 marker if you're talking about an average rating. Now, for the broom, I'm going to tell you something. This is actually coming pretty close to home. Obviously, you know, mom and dad didn't wrap the barbed wire around it and beat me with it. But I will say that this is definitely hitting close to home, and it's cool that there are multiple paint apps on this. It's not just like one flat color. A lot of the times that they would do, like, for example, this bat, Jax, all they did is that, all right, I'm going to give you the outline work. Anything past that, you ain't getting it. So the fact that you're getting the black underneath all of like the actual barbed wire, that's pretty neat. And the handle too, you will see that it does have all that textured, all the tooling, all the little handle parts right there within the actual handle piece. For the broom, it's just kind of like a two-piece set, right? You get the whole color of it when it comes to the broom piece, but it's going to be all black right there for the rest of it. So pretty cool weapons, you guys. And these do slip in real well on all of your figures. So if you want to go ahead and get like the Mike Open Hand, for example, get the Kenny over here, bam, right across the face. Oh no, man, he's covered in blood. Moxley, no, Paradigm shit. Oh, dude, too much fun. We got to stop playing. Let's get real. Let's go ahead and put the barbed wire. I am going to do a time lapse though, so we ain't boring you. So I say we get it, boys. All right, there we have it. Now, I did try utilizing the best of my knowledge as to how to go ahead and build it. If you look at the actual image, there is no verbal or anything written out as to what steps you need to take, but it is pretty simple. I mean, everything's self-explanatory. I left one of them off so I can kind of explain to you in detail as to how it's going to intertwine with it. Now, as we did mention earlier with the steel chair, this plastic, it is very springy. It is going to retract on you. So as far as giving it the effect as to how you see it right here and the whole loop of it, you don't have to do anything in particular. Main thing that you got to do is that at the very end of it, you're going to see a hook. That specific hook, you're going to go ahead and loop around one of the main frames so that way it stays on there real nice and tight. So if you pull it off, even if you want to go ahead, you could really design it anyway. Like, you don't have to have it like perfectly as to how you're seeing it. This is a match made in heaven. This, I don't know what the hell you'd call this, but it's definitely pain in the game. Figgy getting ready. It's, again, these guys can't bleed, but if this was a real thing, man, it'd be a bloodbath. I'm telling you. AEW, they're trying to bring back a little bit of ECW love, and what better way to do so than with this accessory. So you guys can see on the corner, one of them is already starting to come undone. So you got to be ahead. You got to be a little aggressive with it at first, because some of them, they are really tied up, but all you got to do again is just hook it on there, and it'll be right back into its original place. So if you add one more, obviously it's going to give it more of that full effect. Or if you want to add what's remaining on the chair itself, we can do so. But now it's time, you guys. It is truly time to put it to the test, because this is why y'all stop by. It says, well, you can't have Kenny, you can't have Moxley, lifting him up off the apron. Obviously, it was the entrance stage, but today we're going to go ahead, make some slight modifications. If you guys are ready, hold on, man, take off the damn belt, Hero Fix. Let's get to it. Let's get it. Suplex. Oh, right on the barbed wire. Oh, my gosh. And he even has the right expression. Hero Fix, why does he have the trigger finger? Because we're not even done, man. I told you. One-winged angel. First he was going to call it right. We're going to go ahead and hit him with that strong knee. Oh, he's got him laid out. The man is completely knocked out. Kenny Omega, he's got him up on his shoulders, but he's not doing it from the floor. No, he's going all the way to the top, right there from the top of the turnbuckle. One-winged angel. Oh, yeah. So again, you guys, a lot of fun. We can definitely do up so many different situations. I think Jazzwares really hit it out the park. This weapon pack, it's something that you got to do, man. And this is already telling you where the next step is. Drop a like if you guys think that the entrance stage, it needs to happen. The rampway, you already made the rings. Give us the rest. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, real moment of truth. We're putting Walls of Jericho right on there. Oh my gosh, he's tapping.